Hey everyone, so today I'll be going through the trade recap for the Euro US dollar shorts that I took on the 12th of August. So if you were lucky enough to be part of the private Facebook group, you will have seen the daily forecast that I did on EU. So I forecasted that we will be coming down from this 15-minute sell zone down towards this 15-minute demand zone on Friday. So here's how I caught the trade and the entire analysis behind it. So if we look at the 4-hour chart, previously we were actually holding demand, so this would be a counter trend trade, and since it was also a Friday, I wasn't very aggressive with the TP, looking to get out before the weekend. So going short was definitely counter trend because we are bullish on the 4-hour breaking structures previously. So if we then drop down to the 15-minute, we can see that we do have this 15-minute supply zone that I forecasted we would be short from. We did have previous BOS over here, hence why I drew up this 15-minute sell zone. So the trade was only taken after the Frankfurt Open because I don't want to be trading before that when price is choppy and there's not much volume. So this is when my trading window starts, Frankfurt Open till the New York lunchtime or London close. So that's when I usually take my trades. When we hit the 15-minute sell zone, I then drop down to the 1 minute to look for my entries. So as we can see from here, this was the first tap into that 15-minute sell zone. I was watching for demand to actually start failing, but we kept holding it and we continued to break structures higher over here and over here on the 1 minute. So I looked at this 15-minute sell zone and noticed that there was this last untapped 1 minute sell zone within this giant 15-minute sell zone. So I waited since it was also not within my trading window yet. So once we got that tap inside over here, I was waiting for the short-term structure to shift, which we did get over here when we broke the last higher low and this last demand zone that was created. So when that happened, I drew up this 1 minute sell zone, and that's where I set my limit order, which got executed right at the Frankfurt Open over here. So over here, I didn't put my stop loss above this sell zone because this was really near to this other high that was being created. So to me, this much difference wasn't a lot in terms of pips. So I decided to just be more conservative because during market opens, there's usually large volume. So I didn't want to get stopped out just because I squeezed the stop loss. So we can see that price actually swept liquidity above and then started to push down. Once the trade actually broke past these lows, my stop loss was actually put to break even on this first trade. So thereafter, I knew that the short-term trend was actually bearish, so I was looking for a scale-in trade, which I then got after price broke market structure again on the 1 minute over here. So I drew up this 1 minute sell zone, and that's where I got my second entry with the stop loss again not squeezed. I did not put it above this sell zone over here because again these highs were really near it, so I just decided to put it above these highs with a buffer. And once price cleared that low that pushed into that sell zone, I pushed my stop loss to break even. So both trades are now running risk-free, and then I just walked off the charts. So many of you always ask me, how do I reduce emotions when I'm in a trade, not close it out early? What I normally do is, once I'm in a trade, I set my alerts over here for me to do one action and one action only, which is to push the stop loss to break even. Other than that, I don't do anything else to the trade. Once I see another market structure break over here, my second alert will then sound so that I can actually look for scale-in trades, because for me, I have already known that price action would have been confirmed by market structure breaking previous lows, and it is confirmed to be short-term bearish for now. So once the second alert sounds, I'll be looking for another re-entry, and my third alert would be over here when it's time for me to actually push my stop loss to break even. So that's how I actually manage the trades and not stay onto the charts. So when price was approaching this 15-minute sell zone within this push up, I knew that there would be some consolidation over here, so I didn't really bother with it because to me this low over here was weak and it was left as liquidity for this demand zone that was created during the CPI news the other day. So that would have been my final target. Either way, since my stop loss was already at break even on both of the trades, whatever happens at this point in time, I wouldn't be very concerned about it in any case because I was already risk free on the trade. So thereafter, we can see that price just broke through and then it hit my take profit at the 15-minute demand zone. So overall, we can see that both trades netted me. This one, the first one was about 16 and the second one was for about 14. So total, it was a 30R trade on Friday. So if you guys are interested in finding out how I trade, or you just need a bit of guidance as to how to take trades, manage your trades, how to find entries, you can hop onto the link in the description, either to join the Facebook group where I share my daily forecast, or you can also enroll inside my mentorship. Click this button over here and it'll take you to find out more information about my mentorship program. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a DM on Instagram or just leave a comment down below. Happy trading!